What's good, everybody? What is up? We are back. It is the Can We Not podcast. That is right. We are back with your host, Evan Cumbest, and my two co-hosts,
Akai
and
Kenneth.
And guys, we're back in the studio. So once again, shout out to City World Radio, shout out to Skies Crescent Radio, shout out to Jade, shout out to Tone, and I just need Tony to hand me my soundboard, and we'll all be good.
Soundboards.
Getting
Also,
out my soundboard.
Make the music with your mouth.
I was getting ready to get to them because shout out to the live stream, shout out to our YouTube
What's up,
viewership, for
live?
making sure everybody who's watching us, make sure to like, comment, subscribe,
YouTube.
and click that bell for notifications. That
Share
we're
with
always
your
updated
friends.
when we upload a future content.
Hey,
Exactly.
But guys, while we're waiting for the soundboard to go, how are you?
Kenneth.
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad to see that the YouTube channel is like shooting out these videos like one after another
Yes.
after another.
Shout out to Evan. As soon as he got his laptop back, he was just straight to work. He was like,
yeah.
he was like Lucille Ball in that episode. He's like, I gotta send them out. They gotta go. They gotta go. Even though he's still looking at me like, yo, you never
Wow.
even once asked to edit these videos. I remember asking him and saying, hey,
I remember you offering, and
I'm going to just stop y'all right now.
don't even.
Because if you wanted to, you would.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Well, what software? I got the software that you wanted or that you used like literally like 3 weeks after. Everything. He was like, oh, yeah, this is the software I use.
And those skits you recorded.
Yeah.
You got those too.
4 terabyte. You know what happened to it.
Sad.
All right. Yeah, we're just.
So we're starting a Patreon that way we can afford Akai's 4 terabyte hard drive. There we go. So no,
Nah, not for that.
Nobody's for
The-
that.
the
No,
other
I'm
stuff.
trying to turn my soundboard up. Wait, I need the volume on my soundboard.
Turn on my
up for a
snare.
second.
Turn on my snare.
But while we still wait for the soundboard to get up and we've talked enough garbage, let's talk about some actual.
We
Get the
just
show started.
Jesus.
Let's get the show started.
Yeah, we got
Let's
mad
get the
stuff to
show
talk
started.
about.
Okay, let's get to it. It was a busy week. Busy week. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What's
get
that
it
one
in.
for?
It was the start of the NBA this week.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't boxing?
that
Depends on the game you're watching.
it depends on who was watching. Because honestly, I thought it was both.
Man, I don't know what was going on.
Listen, man,
like,
I saw
damn.
Chris Paul at the left wing. 1 minute later, this nigga throwing a left hook. Like, I don't know what was going on.
Man, I think what happened was he got spit on, right?
No.
Let's go to our
No.
sports analyst.
No, it was a disagreement between CP and Rondo because it was the
Okay.
Rockets. It was the Rockets at the Lakers in LA, and they were talking, and CP3 decided to put his finger in Rondo's face and actually like make
He
contact.
Yeah, but
he poked Rondo
He
in the face.
was wiping something from his eye because it was like another like newscast that was like, oh yeah, he was like
crumbs from this knuckle sandwich.
exactly. That's exactly what.
no
it was.
before everything like got thrown and everything. That's why I was like, yo,
Honestly, I didn't watch the game. I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't watching the game. Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
I'm
are we
blamed for
supposed
that.
to be
You're the
supporting
sports
basketball this year?
analyst.
I was busy.
How we doing in hockey?
What?
What
Do
Back
I look
to
the
like
sports analyst?
Do I look like I watch hockey?
You're the sports analyst. You're supposed to watch it all.
All sports, curling.
Cricket?
Viewers, when you want to complain, make sure you leave it under his Instagram. That is at Rojo Fiasco on Instagram
Oh, no,
and
I'm changing.
Snapchat.
I'm changing. I'm changing all my.
Are you going to change it to the real deal? Shit, he's got it. He's got the knife.
But I just,
That's some real steel.
but you know, we didn't even really introduce the story. But yeah, at the LA's
So-
home opener, there was a fight, and
But-
I just thought it was weird that during the fight, LeBron James was helping CP3.
He was pulling him away.
literally
Yeah.
the night before the game, he was talking to Kyle Kuzma when he fell on the ground. He was like, "Yo, man, when you fall down, just
Let
stay
your
on-"
brothers pick you up. Yeah.
Yeah, and LeBron James showed who his brother was.
Yeah. I've known you long. Come here, bro.
Yeah.
Come here.
This is
Let
day
me
one.
hold you. Let me
That's
hold
like
you
if a
close.
nigga came in the studio and started shooting everybody, and I protect Jade.
I mean, is that really bad? I mean, you know,
It's the better thing to do.
it's a bad thing.
It's the noble thing to do.
Yeah. But
Okay, what's the pecking order? Is it Jade? Is it Jade then?
Where? Yeah. Who comes after Jade?
next topic.
This guy is awesome. He's awesome.
Wow.
Not even Tone.
We got more.
And then a
topics.
car.
Was
I
there
mean, you're taller, so.
Was there anything else that happened in sports before we dip out of the sports?
No.
No, Rihanna.
I
Yeah, the whole Colin
yeah,
Kaepernick.
You're right. You're
Not
right. So
I
Rihanna,
was sports analyst. Is fucking something.
Damn, man.
you talking an awful lot of shit this week. Slashy tires.
And then you.
How are we getting home? See, you're not doing very
what's
good
this
at
week?
this.
I can get home.
Man, me too, but it's cold.
So
Don't do this.
Rihanna.
Yeah,
That's
Rihanna.
crazy. I'd rather talk about this than Rihanna.
Nah, Rihanna. We can talk about it all day.
So Rihanna's declining performing at the Super Bowl because of her stance, saying that she'd rather support Colin Kaepernick than perform for the NFL.
Boss move. Boss move.
How are we feeling about that?
I like it.
I mean, I don't care why she was doing it. Just fuck them niggas.
I agree.
I mean, that's what the NFL is saying to niggas, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
It
guess
could be
it's
for
like-
that reason. It could be for any reason. Just as long as they offered you, they recognize your talent. And you're
Yeah.
like, nah, fuck y'all.
Next.
Exactly. Dub them niggas.
Exactly.
That's how it's supposed to be. So salute to Rihanna one more time.
But do we judge the person that goes up next?
No, it's gonna be Maroon 5 and Cardi B.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that
weird.
was- yeah.
No,
That's
they have
weird.
they have
They have a song
Yeah,
together.
they have a hit single.
That's still weird to me. Yeah, Maroon 5 and Cardi B up
Maroon
next.
5 got hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a music podcast.
I know that, but
Somebody asked me who it should be. I said Maroon 5. And then
Yeah, you
There you
see?
go.
Jade knows.
knows.
Jade knows.
Jade knows. It should be Maroon 5.
I guess they're the
It is.
most neutral. I guess.
They-
Yeah, they're the most
Yeah.
neutral. That's
I mean, listen.
only other reason.
They record. They got their hits. We record on Sundays. They have a hit song called Sunday Morning. It's a great song.
It is a great song. I was just about to sing it, but I was like, nah, let me not.
Tell the producer singing off camera.
He looks like he just came from church. Like, oh.
All right. We have to get off of sports because we're dipping into music and we're not talking about music.
Because
yet.
it's not a music podcast.
Not yet. Episode 20, right?
Oh no, we got other plans for episode 20.
What's this we?
We have other topics.
I just
to
scared
talk about.
myself with that.
So
Get to it.
Next topic. There was a lot that went on this week. I wish
Yeah.
I would just open up the right app to go to what actually happened. Yeah. So there was a lot going on with older black married people
Yeah.
this week.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah,
Specifically?
Will and Jada,
Oh yes.
Diddy and Cassie,
Oh,
Mello and Lala, all of them.
I had my reserves about Mello and Lala. Lala deserves better. Lala, if you listen to the podcast right now, I just want to.
So can we start there then?
Yes, please.
Do you want to talk about the story?
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
feel like Lala.
Can you tell them the situation first?
No, the situation is that Lala is even thinking about being with this man, and she shouldn't be.
Why
You know
not?
what's
Why
crazy?
not?
Just because we're dipping back into sports,
Yes.
Mello posted videos of him all summer with the hoodie on,
Yep.
Yeah.
knocking down threes.
Mhm.
First
Just working.
First game.
air balls.
Exactly.
Should have took the hoodie off.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. He's got it.
But go ahead with your story. Lala and
No,
Mello.
I just feel like this.
What's the story?
I don't know the story. You know why? Because I just heard Lala's name. And I heard Carmelo Anthony. I was like, no, y'all better not be getting back together.
Wow.
So that's the story.
That is the story.
They've
That's
been
it.
separated for a couple years, and they reports of them trying to work it out to get back together. Black love.
It's great
Don't
and
you
all.
support it?
Yeah, of course. But I just want Lala's black love for me. If- I know it's really hard to ask for it, but oh man, Carmelo Anthony don't deserve that. He left the Knicks. Fuck him.
He left the Knicks to throw up
Fuck 'em.
bricks.
Airballs.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, but no, they're getting back together. Aren't you guys excited?
Well,
No.
it's not official that they're getting back together, but they're working.
Yeah, they were.
working
I mean, well, the thing is that they've been separated for years, but they've still been seen together in public, and they've been going to like events for all these like rallies. Like I remember back when the whole situation happened with Junior up in Harlem,
Yeah.
in the Bronx or wherever it was.
Yeah, it was the Bronx.
It
Was
the
that
Bronx.
with or without their kid though?
I think the kid. I think they were there, but it was really more focused on Mello being there, showing solidarity for the family of Junior. After
Lala was
everything.
there too.
Yeah,
Everybody was there to pay their respects to the family and everything. So that was just dope to see them together.
Yeah.
And they've been seen together a lot. So it's just nice to hear that they're, even though they're going through troubling times, they rather just try to work it out than get divorced. Because for those of you who don't know, getting divorced is a very, very hard process.
Yes, it is.
It's very easy to get married, and it's very, very hard to get. It's like free to get married, but it costs you so much money to get divorced because
Half of everything you own.
it could be up at risk. And just the whole logistics of it, like people don't understand. Like when you get married to somebody, like there's so many things you don't take into factor, like people's credit scores, things like that. If they have any debts, like that kind of goes on. That reflects on you too now.
Which side they turn the toilet tissue?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
why
It all-
when you apply for
it's a thing. thing.
what side they put the toilet roll?
This was a
talk
thing.
about this.
No, that was a thing though. I'm sorry, because
For you?
with the other person.
I want to hear this.
I'm like,
How so? As long as the toilet paper's there, do you
No,
really
no,
care?
no, no,
No.
The
Really?
way you put it
yeah,
matters.
there is
Yes.
a way. There's a
Yes.
way.
Really?
There's
Yes.
only one
If
way.
it's in the front
but
or if it's in the back, it's a problem.
the person
Yes.
wanted it in the back. Pause. But they
No, keep talking.
they wanted the toilet tissue to be grabbed from the back.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they just wanted to work harder for what they wanted to do. Me, I'm just like rip right in the front.
To me, it doesn't matter because it's like as long
Nah,
as the
man.
toilet. To
Nah,
me, as
man.
long as the toilet paper's there, I'm perfectly fine.
So you're not wiping, huh?
I am wiping. What the fuck are you talking about?
You said it doesn't matter for you, so it seems like you're not.
It
using
doesn't
the
matter
bathroom.
if the toilet
Do you
paper-
use a bathroom?
Of course I do.
I don't know.
What?
That seems weird, man. Because
So
like,
wait.
it just doesn't matter for you.
Of course it matters. What are you talking about?
There's a preference. There's like when
I
you
prefer
go to
it-
the bathroom.
I prefer to have toilet paper in the bathroom.
Of course.
No, but doesn't it
The-
matter which
the
way it's
way-
rolled?
No,
The
not to
orientation
It
me.
of the
doesn't matter
toilet
to
paper.
you.
No.
So if the toilet tissue's not close to you and you reach and you miss,
It's not that far from me. Jesus Christ.
He doesn't know.
he doesn't.
You don't know,
He
man.
doesn't know. Listen, listeners, please comment below.
Yeah,
Let him know
please.
the importance and what side the toilet paper should be rolled on.
Front
if
or
you're
back?
if you're living with somebody who's rolling the toilet tissue to the back like a fucking barbarian, they obviously don't care about themselves. They don't love themselves. And you know what? You were right for leaving that person.
Wait, hey.
I'm just saying. It matters.
A general thing.
Yeah, it matters. But back to Mello and marriage. Yeah, it's just
That's
a really
what. That's
good.
what started it.
I'm pretty sure that's probably what sparked their divorce.
Wow.
Bitch, keep leaving. Oh, no.
Can't take this anymore.
First, I'm missing shots. Now I'm missing tissue. Yeah, exactly. Hitting bricks with the shits.
You proud of that?
I'm just trying.
I'm just trying.
But there's more stuff going on with the married people. Cassie and Diddy have been reported to have been. They're not together, but according to them, they've been split for months.
How do you feel about that, though?
Hurt my heart.
Because
They've been together for like a decade.
Yeah.
It's always been a thing since
Wait,
she
isn't
came
she
out.
like 20?
She's like, now she's like 30
Okay, so she was like 21.
when they got together, yeah.
I think that's the thing I wanted to touch on. Like, is that really? Because there was like something I think we sent to the chat, like Wendy Williams. Like she spoke on their whole like
Yeah.
separation, and it's just like
I mean, she brought up the bird angle.
She wasted her 20s with a grown man. How does she know how to buy a house? She won't know how to be financially independent.
it's true though. That's a point. That's a point.
No,
Fam.
That is a point.
No, it is.
Fam.
It is a fair point.
I
because
understand.
If Diddy's taking care of everything, what does Cassie know what to do?
Fam, you really think that grown woman did not know how to take care of herself throughout the entire time in a relationship with another man?
If he's
You
doing
think
everything,
Diddy's that rich?
if he's
You
doing
think Diddy,
He's
the
got like
entre-
$1 billion,
you think
doesn't he?
Diddy, the entrepreneur, the hustler, isn't going to have the person right next to him teaching them that?
okay,
Well, yeah,
you can teach
but
them. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't let them. You can't make them drink.
If I've been standing next to Bill Gates for fucking 10 years, goddamn it, I'm going to know some shit about Microsoft.
yeah,
And I'm going to know some shit about how to make some money.
yeah, it doesn't mean you're gonna be a billionaire though.
It doesn't mean I'm going to be a billionaire, but it means I know the habits of how to be one.
Yeah,
So to assume that, oh, she doesn't know how to do, like, that's a dumbass assumption.
I mean, at first I did see it like that, but I was saying more towards like the general, like the the common folk, not the superstar celebrities, but like if you're in that situation with a person that's younger than you, much younger than you, and let's say you're establishing yourself, and that person is trying to find themselves as well, you're not going to be currying favor and saying, hey, this is X, Y, and Z, what you should do. I mean, you would want to suggest it, but at the same time, I don't feel it's going to be on that same level. That's the only thing I was thinking, because it's like. Let's say, for example, you had a relationship with a person that was younger than you.
And I showed them the ropes.
You showed them the ropes.
Yeah.
and what did they What did they do with them?
Now, this is the thing. Do you feel after the situation that they could still hold their own with what ropes you showed them? Mm-hmm. You sure?
Yeah, I feel like they took what they learned from me and applied that into their future endeavors.
Okay. All right.
It was just that's just how I feel about it. It's not something like cooking where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna learn your secret recipe to how to cook because I'm next to you. It's like me growing up watching my mother cook. I didn't learn how to cook from that, My mother assumed I would, but that's not how that works. That's not how cooking works. But financial independence, I feel like that's something Diddy's always been vocal about and just preaching and teaching. He's made a career off of, like teaching other people about money and managing people. He's one of the most successful hip hop people to ever exist.
So if she ends up homeless,
all right, then yeah, Wendy Williams told me so.
Just making sure if she ends up homeless,
Yeah.
$20.
I'm not gonna assume that grown woman can't take
to
care
the Cassie
and I'm
fund.
sure she's fine.
Yeah, no, she has to be. I mean, she's got more things going for her. But I thought she brought up a somewhat, I guess.
It happens amongst common folk, as you said. It can happen.
We didn't have to refer to them as common folk.
Okay, peasants, however you want to say it.
Okay, all right. No, I'm just saying it did seem like a point that did need to be touched on.
Potato broke nigga.
What?
What?
What, is she gonna be in
what you want to be
a parking lot eating potatoes? It's like, oh damn, it came to this. It came to this.
Ain't gonna be eating beans.
She's on the side of the road.
With a can of beans.
Yes. They ain't even heated. You know how hard it is to eat a cold can of beans? Exactly. Niggas understand. So, I hope they figure it out and they move back together.
Yes.
But I know both of them are fine financially.
Oh yeah, of
Because
course.
they're both fucking just... that's a dumb angle. Wendy Williams. Not you, Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
Don't stop trying to put that poison in people's head. I hate that
I
sometimes.
thought it had to be brought up though, but we'll leave it up to the listeners.
It is a fair point to think of.
It's not coming from her because when you think about it, Wendy Williams' husband manages her in her show. That's like saying if they broke up, Wendy Williams don't know how to make a show no more. She don't know how to be on television. She doesn't know how to be a personality.
Yeah.
That's just a bad assumption, especially somebody from her point of view and her perspective.
Okay.
And her background.
I see where you're coming from
That's
with
what I'm
it.
saying. Yeah, just to me, that was just purposely feeding poison into people's head to, people like perpetuating stereotypes.
Yeah.
And that bothers me.
Okay.
And they think that, and that's also another stereotype that there's not that many black, upper echelon couples like to idolize or even look to for goals is like in the sense of like, oh, wow, look at these people. These are like just a solid rock or like, I don't know the word.
Shining example.
Exactly. Thank you. Like a shining example of like what things should be. Like Will and Jada.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go to our next topic. Will and Jada. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Power couple, yes.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Yes, power couple. Definitely a power couple.
And Will and Jada exemplify that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They and it's so weird. Growing up, you always hear about these like little stories about they're swingers and they're not really together. And
They were swinging?
Jada really loves
Literally,
Tupac.
They were
until
swinging?
until you just said that. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
You had no
at
deal
all.
what?
that they were swingers.
No, stop that.
That's
Stop
wild.
That. Stop that.
Hand to God.
Stop that.
I'm not even gonna lie, yeah, like because
Stop
I
that.
think I remember
Stop
you
that.
mentioning it in the car too.
And you never heard it until
no.
Where do y'all live under rocks?
Yes.
Y'all out there in the parking lot eating beans with the bitches?
I mean, if Cassie's there,
Yeah. I'm sharing my
I mean-
beans with her.
I mean,
gonna
I'm
heat 'em
gonna
up?
be a bean eating bitch. Then of course, yeah, of course. I mean,
A bean eating.
is
bitch.
she in the parking lot right now?
There's no parking lot to the
Damn.
studio. But
That you know.
stories came out about Will and Jada that Will is going to appear on Jada's show Red Table Talk, and Jada has had this show for a couple weeks now. She
Yeah,
prepares
good
on
show.
Facebook Live, on Facebook Watch, and everything. Where she talks about she has a little show, it's produced and everything, and now Will's going to be on. And Will said he's addressing all the rumors. And for unlike you two, the rest of the world knows that there's been rumors about them being swingers and not really being
What if
together.
they just have a swing set, man? They have enough money to buy a swing set to just put
A
it in.
few swing sets and
They could buy a fucking
a
park.
couple hammocks.
They could probably buy Central Park.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah. So back to beans.
So, Will said they're going to talk about all the stuff going on and what are our predictions about what do we expect to hear from this interview about them trying to clear the air on everything.
Divorce right on the spot. It's gonna happen.
I hope not.
It can't.
That would be
Because who else do
amazing
we
content.
have? Who else do we have?
Well, we got Bill.
Barack and Michelle.
We
shit.
got Barack and Michelle,
Nah,
Jay-Z
they're
and
falling at the
Beyonce,
seams. They're falling at the seams.
Will and Jada, Diddy and used to be Cassie, La Mello.
But
Who
you know
else
what
do
the
we
thing that
have?
sucks is with this whole thing, each of those couples, except for like maybe Barack and Michelle, they've had to have their trials and tribulations in public
Oh, well, that's just because of the profession.
because
It's
of
so
their
hard.
profession.
It's
Yeah,
so hard.
but like
as entertainers,
they-
there's always going to be some sort of like
because you're
drama.
always around other people. That's the problem.
But I
You're
feel like
entertainment.
it's not spoken as much on another side because I'm just like thinking to myself, okay, it's super open that yeah, Jay-Z cheated and did all this dog shit to Beyonce,
He
and then you had
alluded to that.
alluded to it.
He alluded
But
to
then
a
it's
bit
like
of
you'll
infidelity. He
like,
never admitted it.
It seems like just like how you were saying
Black
there were
men
so
don't cheat.
few like representations of like those like prominent couples.
Yeah.
That's what has to happen before you can say, oh, okay, this is a little shit that you got to put out in the public before you can like be like, oh,
Well, honestly,
the end all be all couple.
honestly, I kind of not say prefer that, but I don't mind that being a part of
Yeah.
their story because it also shows the other side of it that yeah, we are great and together and all of that, but we've been through stuff and
Yeah,
this is
marriage
how
isn't
we
perfect.
got through it.
Exactly.
I feel like the best relationships have to go through hard times in order to be classified as like great like example building relationships.
Yeah, because me growing up, I grew up in a neighborhood where there were a lot of married people. So I took relationships very seriously. Like I wasn't just getting with anybody to call my girlfriend. Like I took it very, very seriously. So to me, every time when I talk to a person and try to get advice in like my younger relationships, they would always say, it's work. It's hard work.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's easy to be together, but it's harder to stay together.
Yeah.
Because when shit gets hard, that you just want to leave. But you
Yeah.
have to choose to stay together because being together is way better than being apart from each other and what that could do to you. You know that this is worth something to build and grow on, and you might be at a turn in the road or whatever, but you guys
Yeah.
can still fix it. And to me, like I said, all these couples they show that.
Yeah, that's
So-
why I like the whole Will and Jada thing because that honestly, seeing how much growth they've had over the years and how prominent they are with all their endeavors, it just goes to show like, wow, you can have a couple like that be as successful as they are, but they still have those struggles that maybe everybody else might be hiding or like, might be going through and they don't know how to, give themselves a motivation to push through. Like the fact that they've gone through the shit and they're showing it publicly and they're like just bearing their souls. Like I think that's really great. It's needed. It's definitely needed.
I agree. Like even when the news came out of like Jada had cried for 45 days straight through
Yes.
a
That was
really
crazy.
rough
I was
patch
like,
in their
wow.
relationship. The fact that they got past that's a month and a half straight of just like bad days over and over and over
Mm-hmm.
again. And the fact that you climbed up that mountain and got past that shit shows how strong your relationship is with that person. Like how much you two love each other in order to like, okay, let's sit down, let's knuckle down and get through this together because this relationship means too much to us.
Yeah.
Like that shit is very admirable.
Which is it's super crazy because when you watch the previews for that, Will was saying like at that point he felt like a complete and utter failure.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy to have
not
so
the
much.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah, I know,
He
not
ain't
my
no-
prince, not my Fresh Prince.
Not my
He ain't no failure to me.
Yeah, not to me. He can never my Will.
Exactly.
But I think that's just
Maybe
crazy.
Jazz, but not Will.
Oh.
Especially Carlton. To me, that's just crazy that to be able to say that, yo, I've gone through my own personal trials and she had her own personal, like we both feel shitty.
Yeah.
And we can just leave this and we just dip out. But nah, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna stay together. And we're gonna make this work. That makes me want to ask the question because she said for 45 days straight. How many consecutive bad days do we think we can handle in a relationship before we just call it quits?
Now,
3.
And it's up to your standard of what bad is.
That's what I was gonna say.
2.
Like what
Whatever
a
your
weekend?
And I want to know the listeners' response too. Please message us back.
Yes,
So like whatever
definitely.
your standard of bad is, how long can you last?
If it's a bad day on my end, like if it's just a bad day, like as soon as I wake up, it's just like a terrible, awful like day. Shit, as long as she's with me and we're working through it and we're like talking and trying to get through the days, taking it one day at a time. I can't really put a number to it because as long as I have her support and vice versa, she has mine, we can get through it.
But it's bad.
But it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Cold can of beans bad.
Eating in the parking lot with a can of beans.
Without
bad?
Cassie.
Without that's bad. That's
I don't think I can make it a day.
That's rock bottom.
I ain't gonna make it
Jeez.
past lunch. I'm dipping after dinner. What about you?
For me, I feel like I have been in those kind of situations, but it's more or less knowing that you kind of have to weather the storm. And I can't really say that I would try to leave. I would just really try and come to
An understanding.
more of an understanding of like, okay, so is this situation so bad that it's going to affect how we move forward, and if so, are we able to withstand that? Because me on my end, I've seen it, like just how you said, like, how you want to work through those situations, and you've been around married couples. Like, in my heart of hearts, I want to see a marriage work, or I want to see a relationship work. So I'm going to put the work in. But at the same time, I don't know. I'd still be there until the bitter end, unfortunately, as I like to say. I mean, it's just like, you got to work at it. Just like you said, you got to work at it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Every day is work, and you have to build towards something better. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't have a time limit in my head.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I'm going to continue to try every day. Yeah, I'm going to be mad at you, and maybe I may not speak to you for a week or two or whatever just to get my head straight. But that doesn't mean I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not checking out of the relationship. Maybe I'm just taking space to myself to just, try to fix what's going on.
You're not checking
with me.
out. You're just going to coat check.
Yeah, just go and check my coat real quick.
There you go.
Check my pocket.
Be right back.
I think I left my ticket in there. Just going right back over there. Don't try to dip out with another nigga coat, bitch. That's just been my history.
That's common courtesy.
Yeah,
you
that's just been my. Whenever times get hard, it's not me. I'm not the one who's quit. It's always the other party.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it says more about them than it does about me. So that's
could be.
Hey.
Or maybe they just knew
like
when to call it quits. I mean, do you think that might be the case though? Like, we don't know when to call it quits, or we don't know how to
that's
discriminate.
definitely a part of it, but
Like,
sometimes
too
people
stubborn?
just leave too quick.
Maybe it might be too stubborn.
No, that could be a thing. But if it's, I mean, I've been at that point too, where like, I was in situations where he's like, I refused to leave because I kept trying to make it work, but it was obvious that the other person did not care about me. Like what they were doing was bad for me. Like they were just taking and taking and taking. So sometimes you do need to be able to recognize that in a situation once you reach those hard times. It's like, yo, is this person benefiting me or taking from me? Because sometimes whenever we're in those type of positions, we only think of from the emotional side of what we're facing now versus like hindsight reflecting on the good times, and try to make decisions from your head and take emotions out of it, even though you are making somewhat of an emotional decision. Because a lot of times, like especially throughout this week with all the drama with Pusha T and Drake and all that, like all that warfare going on, one thing that I appreciate listening to Pusha T's part of it was just how cerebral he is with his decision making, where everything he does is a calculated move. It's never based off emotion. And just the comparison between Drake being very just like, he seemed flustered when he was speaking, and Pusha T seemed so like, even though he was angry, but he was so like, he would stop to think about.
He had emotions.
He did.
Under control.
He did. But I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was watching most of it, and it seemed like at one point, like he was going extra hard more than he needed to, and that's when I kind of like took a step back, like, damn, Push, like you don't have to.
I mean, because he feels a way about certain things.
He feels like he has to be the one.
So he wanted to make it be known, yo, I feel strongly about this.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say about it is very thought out.
Okay.
True.
So I'll give him that, which I respected even more. It was like, yeah, you can be emotional about certain situations, and you can let that be known that you are feeling very strongly about it, but make sure you're very careful with the words you say.
Yeah.
So I just really appreciate that, and I think that should be taken with a lot of other people going forward.
A lot of other people in situations.
Like you said, like let the listeners chime in with how they feel. How many bad days can you handle?
Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear that. So we're going to move on from that topic, and just to take a quick break to let you guys that this podcast is brought to you by Skies Crescent Radio, where they offer a wide variety of programming on Sundays. So you can check out their other shows such as Keeping It Funky, Soul Entry Spotlight, Boozy News. Please go follow Skies Crescent Radio. That is spelled SKYESCRESCENT Radio. And if you're following our page on Facebook and watching our video or the audio stream, you're most likely going to see it's from the courtesy of Skies Crescent Radio. So please take the time to show some love and let them know that they're appreciated. And we do appreciate you, Jade.
A lot. Thank you.
Did you see? I put the sticker
In the camera?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The YouTube
There you
people
go.
will see it.
Yes.
They'll enjoy that.
Now, back to the nitty gritty.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I know that voice.
I know that's.
I know that voice. Oh, here it comes.
Uh-oh.
Here it fucking comes. That's the wrong music.
Uh-oh. You're messing up, Cumbest. Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, motherfuckers and bitches, it's me, Drama for your mama. It's me. I'm fucking back. Your host with the most. You love me. Niggas hate me.
How did you get in? How did you get in? How did you get in?
It's
All right, Jimmy.
It's like the worst dual personality ever.
What are y'all talking about?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Dumbass.
They think they're so funny. They think they're hilarious. But this week, we're going to talk about this crazy, crazy story about, you ever like had a girl break up with you and she gets with a new dude?
Yeah.
And you ain't really feeling the new dude. You don't like the way they got together. You feel, he feels ways about it.
All the time.
So you decide to go to his crib and snap his penis off.
Yo,
I'm sorry, what?
that's crazy.
What?
What just happened?
Excuse me?
You can do that?
Florida man goes crazy on ex-girlfriend's new man. Cuts
that's
off
why.
his private part.
That's why. It's a Florida nigga. Florida nigga.
Well, Florida man does everything.
Florida man.
Florida man fights alligators. Florida man is eating bath salts. Florida
Florida man punches swans and
yeah,
shit.
Florida man is leaving babies like on fucking what?
Doorsteps or something like
Some
that?
shit like that, yeah.
That was crazy.
It's
Yeah,
always
that's-
It's always Florida man.
What is going on in this world?
Not in this world, in Florida.
Now, I know you guys hate it when a relationship ends, but sometimes you just have to take your L and keep it moving. Unfortunately, one guy in Florida was too heartbroken and went cray-cray on his ex-girlfriend's new man. According to Miami Herald, Justin Forrester put on his big boy pants and flew all the way to Chicago to pop up at his ex-girlfriend's new boo's crib. Justin must have been waiting on this day because when he saw the new boo allegedly walked up to him on the street, hit him in the head with a tire iron, carved his initials into his leg, and cut off his penis.
What?
Justin ended up taking off shortly after the attack, and the victim was later found on the ground by someone, and he was rushed to the hospital.
Pronounced
Police
dead.
say his penis will never be the same again,
Jeez.
and he's suffering from brain damage from the blow to the head with the tire iron. Justin allegedly got away all the way back to Tallahassee, but ended up getting arrested and sent back to Chicago.
Good.
Jeez.
That nigga's a monster.
What?
That nigga's a... What? Whose dick you cutting off?
Listen.
I'm
That
listening.
dude doesn't even know he can use
I'm
his dick anymore.
I'm listening.
He's brain dead.
Explain the positives of what Justin did.
You listen.
I'm listening.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying.
Go ahead.
You gonna leave me and get with your new man and think shit is sweet, and he out here flexing?
He ain't flexing his dick anymore.
Yeah, have fun fucking my girl without your dick, nigga.
He can't even. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
because of me. I did it. That's right.
And you carved your initials into his leg.
Yeah,
too.
remember me, not her. Because when you cross her, you cross me.
What?
Listen, it don't,
Listen.
Listen, it don't matter.
it don't gotta make sense.
Yeah, it does.
You ain't never, wait a minute. You ain't never been like just so caught up in your feelings you do shit that don't make sense to nobody but
Like
you.
cutting off
Yeah,
somebody's
but
dick.
I don't
Have y'all-
cut off no dicks.
Wait, you got your dongle?
Yes.
Please
I
pass
don't,
me your dongle.
I don't.
No,
have
while
it in
y'all,
my-
no, please pass me the
That's-
dongle.
I literally
need to,
don't.
That's
I
the
need
worst
to
word to use
share
right now.
the funniest video in
That's
the world.
Worst, that's the worst word to use right now. The
Where's
dongle.
your dongle?
I need
don't have my
to
dongle.
share the funniest video in the world. Please. Or
I don't have my dongle, fam.
Damn, I gotta play it from my phone.
Yeah,
God.
but what?
Thank
But
God.
I still can't justify this, man. Like that's
No,
extra.
listen,
That's
sometimes
extreme.
you reach such a boiling point with your emotions and you go overboard. You go past the point of what we was talking about in the last topic. You go overboard when nothing makes sense, but everything makes sense to you. Now, people, I want you guys to bear your ears, and listeners, please, viewer discretion is advised. This is the funniest video. So, this
Oh,
is the
God.
funniest video
Listener
I've
discretion.
ever seen in my life, only because of how sad it is and how true it is.
Be with you, I never went out with no girl behind
Oh
your
my
back.
God.
I never chilled with nobody, bro. I never did nothing to you, bro. Yo, for you to be out with another nigga right now cheating on me, bro, that shit fucking hurt. And I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit anymore. I'm so fucking weak. I'm so weak, bro. Yo, I got it in my life, bro, because I can't do this shit. Yo, I swear to God, Taliba,
Swear to God.
I want you to look me in my eyes, yo. This is it. I'll never in my life, I would never cry over another female again, yo. You out there doing what you doing, bro. I never talk to no bitches, bro.
Yes. How do you feel?
Not as bad as that guy. Yeah, that. Come on, man. That was somebody.
The worst part is there was more to the video.
Jeez.
I just don't have it. It was another part we was crying like, and you went out there to go get drinks with him, and I know how you get when you drunk. You ain't never had that before?
Damn.
No.
Really?
No.
Son,
Nah.
One time, I ain't gonna lie, man. I saw one of my exes go to the movie theater. I was heartbroken.
Damn.
So I know how she get in the movie theaters, man. I was like, no, you can't.
She got the large popcorn. Oh, God. She only get the medium with me.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Just saying. Sometimes you get to a point that just you don't think straight, so you end up imagine he took a flight from Florida to Chicago.
I can see
to
it.
cut a nigga's dick off, and
see
hit him with a tire iron.
I can see
Carved
it.
his initials into this.
You know how
It's pretty
mad
tame
you gotta
though.
be?
It's pretty tame though. I can't even lie. It's
You know how
pretty tame.
mad you gotta. You know you've been that mad before.
Yes, I have.
So we get it.
I think
Florida man, you wildin',
Yes,
but we
I have.
understand it. We understand it.
I get it.
Yeah.
But cutting a dude's dick off.
That's too far.
Because you have to have it in your hands, and that's a lot already. And he already did the leg initial carving thing, and that's just weird. That's not even on some psycho shit. That's just weird as fuck for me. I'm sorry. Why did he have to do that?
All right.
And he tried to get away though, but they'll never know. Taking this for the road.
But that's just what we think about that topic. We're gonna be moving on to viewer questions.
Thank
Yes,
God.
please,
viewer
please.
questions.
Thank God.
Are advised.
Yeah. I know our viewers wants to know about the friend zone. What do we think about the friend zone?
Fuck it.
That's it.
It's on you, to be honest. At this point, it's on you. It's on you. I'm sorry.
If you're interested in a girl and she says like, "Oh, you're like a friend to me," and you feel like you're in the friend zone, that means you weren't genuinely her friend. That means you're just like, "Oh, I was just being nice to you just for sexual favors or anything like that." Like you
didn't let your intentions be known from the jump.
Facts.
For a woman to put you in a zone where she only considers you as a friend, it's because you haven't stated that you wanted something else.
Yeah.
And if you wait too long to say that, that means you had other intentions of like rusing her or going under her feelings or whatever to, persuade her into getting with you because of whatever reasons you concocted in your head. So, yeah, you gotta grow up, nigga.
I mean, yeah.
You gotta grow
that's
up.
it.
You gotta
That's
grow
all
up.
it is.
Speak up. You gotta speak up.
Advocate.
Speak your truth before it's too late.
So we're gonna go from that story to go to Davies.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a story about Davies earlier this week where he said his good looks helped him out when he was homeless back in the day before his rap career blew off.
Makes sense.
Where he was sleeping in his car, he didn't have
Sleeping
anywhere
in
to
the
stay.
streets.
So when he met young women, they offered their humble abode for him to stay.
Shit, is that easy? That's crazy. So he just, hey, yeah, this is me.
That's just a real nigga. That's a real move.
But he's homeless. They really did that?
They
That's
didn't know
crazy.
Well, he said, I need somewhere to stay,
That concerns me a lot.
What women are out here doing? They letting a man stay with him?
Yeah, sure, you can
because
come
he's
in.
good looking?
You can come in.
Yeah. Am I downstairs? You asked for it, nigga. What you want me to say?
Would you reciprocate if it was on the other?
Would I let a pretty woman live with me?
Pretty
No.
woman.
No.
Why not?
Never that.
Why not?
Never that.
Why not?
Why not?
Because I like my alone time. Y'all hear me on this podcast? I'm a miserable, lonely fuck. I like my space. I don't want to talk to nobody. You think I'm going to let Rihanna come and Cassie come live with me because she eating beans on the street?
Yes.
Bitch, you know, pass that can and stay out my gate.
So you're not letting Rihanna or Cassie live with you?
No.
Not even for like a week?
No. You know
Damn,
what's
for a
crazy about
weekend?
that? No. Maybe. I ain't stupid. Mine's stupid. But that's funny that you said that. Would I do something for a woman because she's attractive? Because that leads me on to my next topic about Brittany Renner.
Oh yeah. She
Yeah.
crazy. I'm
So,
sorry.
no,
She crazy.
But can we let the viewers know what
She
we
crazy,
talking about?
Can we
She
not?
crazy, bro.
Yes, we will.
She's
So
crazy.
I just like doing the title drop.
Title drop.
Jack Casey, that was for you.
Jack Casey.
Brittany Renner was in the news this week because she put out a story letting the world know in her tell-all book that she's finally released, that she's been teasing for months now. She finally released her tell-all book about all her sexual escapades with rappers and famous people. She talked about how like she used to sleep with Lil Uzi all the time and he wouldn't even care about her to, whatever that was. That's not what I'm on. But one of the other stories she talked about that I thought was really, interesting was she talked about Colin Kaepernick and about how she had to pay her own flight to go out there to fuck him, and she thought they were going to be together after that, and he was just like, yo, it is what it is.
And then he took a knee. For his country.
He stands up for what he believes in.
No, he didn't. he sat down, halfway down.
The context behind it was Colin was saying, "Oh, if you're serious about this relationship and serious about being with me, I need you to prove how serious you are. So you got to pay your way back and forth to come see me.
Pay your way back and forth.
I'm not making it up.
Those must be like Ubers for
them.
them now. I mean, she's like an IG model, so
Sure.
she probably walked up to the gate. She's like,
She's
hey, I need a
everything.
ticket.
She's been doing Instagram skits. She's done the fitness model thing. She's done the music video. She's done it all.
Yeah.
And that's why she had to write a book.
Tell all.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't waiting for it.
Yeah, she told it all. Nobody was listening.
Damn.
I mean,
Nobody
we're gonna be by Barnes and Noble later. I'm gonna go in there and check.
You
the
gonna
book.
be- you gonna-
I'm gonna check if the book is there. If it's not there,
We gonna let them know next week what we thought about it, right?
What's the name of the book anyway? You know it? Or
I don't fucking know.
moving on.
I really don't know. Y'all know it?
Nah.
Well, I mean, is it such a bad thing for her to have to pay her way to go see him?
You better pay your own way to come see me.
I mean, he didn't have a job at that point, I'm guessing.
No, because sometimes
Did he have a job? Yo, girl, I ain't got it, so,
NFL Wallet.
ain't sent my check yet,
I
so.
went to tie my shoe. They said I was taking a knee.
It's crazy.
Now I'm
Yo,
racing.
come on, man. What you doing? Nah. Oh, come
My
on.
cleats was loose in
We
here.
in the locker room, fam.
Wow.
Come on. Nah.
Y'all
man.
play too much.
Y'all wildin'. Just let me be me.
Let me play.
Let me
play. Giants need me.
I tripped.
Oh, I think the
Yo,
name
man.
of the book is called Judge This. Thank you, Tone.
Wow. Judge this.
Or Judge This cover. I don't know. I'm not reading it.
Nah.
I'm
Wait,
never gonna
Tone, are
read
you
that.
gonna read it?
He can't read.
Niggas can't read, man. It's hard
Damn.
out here. It's really hard out here. I mean, I'm just not gonna read that shit. I'm not gonna try niggas. I ain't never reading that shit.
Wow.
I ain't never in my days ever gonna read that shit.
So wait, is she saying that Colin ain't shit for that?
I gotta read the book to find out.
Well, I mean,
I ain't
with
doing
you.
that.
No.
We'll
No,
never
I'm
know.
No,
We'll
because
never know.
like
We'll
that leads
never
me to something
know.
that I was feeling. That leads me to something that I was feeling. Like I had come to, I guess, this epiphany earlier this week. We have to stop this whole niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit talk.
Okay.
I don't like that look you're giving me.
I want to hear more.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying this is because how often have we heard like a woman say, "Oh, all my exes ain't shit, niggas ain't shit." Damn.
You sound like you getting ready to load off. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, if you were with like 5 niggas and all 5 of them weren't shit, like
At the same time?
exactly all 5 of them. It's like,
5?
yeah, like if you
In what time span?
I don't fucking know.
2 weeks.
Finish your point.
2 weeks.
So, damn. But if you're saying all your exes weren't shit, maybe it's not them that weren't shit. Maybe the stuff that wasn't shit was your stringent standards that you're holding them up to. Maybe it's the fact that you're demanding so much of every person that you're with, and when they fail to reach these standards, that they somehow turn out to be ain't shit. Because like 3 months ago you were saying like, oh, this man's my world, he's my everything, he's my sun, my moon, and the stars in the sky, and now
My king.
exactly, and now all of a sudden he forgets to text you good morning one time because he overslept. Now he ain't shit. And
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
it's
Sure.
the same thing on the other side of the spectrum where like niggas are saying like, oh, bitches ain't shit. Why? Because she ain't suck your dick.
Yeah. She told me she would do it. She didn't do it.
While she was holding the beans.
She's not worth her word. No, but I agree with you. And to go on to your point, there's a video that I'm going to play for you guys to just kind of expand in more on that. And it goes on both genders. I know in the video the guy's speaking about women, but this applies to both genders if you speak poorly on the other side. So
Okay.
Great man. There's women who don't believe they deserve that great man. But they don't say it to you. Wow. You see what I'm saying? They say when I get them one-on-one and I'm able to break them down or I'm able to pull out of them the truth of what's going on. And a lot of women feel inadequate when it comes to that great guy, which is why you see a lot of women run from the great guy and run to the wrong one. And then claim it wasn't connections because you were afraid to be with that great guy. It scared you. It made you too vulnerable, and also it made you feel like you were not at a level that would be good enough for him. But with that wrong guy, where you feel like you better than he is, you feel safer there. It's almost like he has to appreciate being with me. Whereas the great guy, this man got too many options. I can't deal with this. But it ain't about love and connection. Trust. A lot of people are not operating in love and connection. A lot of women, again, their intuition told them this dude wasn't it, but they did it anyway.
yeah. Do you feel like people are intimidated when they meet somebody who's like really up to their own standards? That's why you're so quick to call the other gender that they ain't shit.
Yeah. I'm just imploring all the listeners and all the viewers, like, yo, stop saying that people aren't shit. Just take a look at yourself and figure out whether or not if it's them that ain't shit or if it's just like the standards you're holding them to. That's all I ask.
Yeah, no, you're 1,000,000% correct. That sometimes people just have really bad taste. They're so quick to judge the other side before they reflect upon themselves and say, "Oh man, it's my own standards. I'm attracted to trash." I can say at one point in my life, I was attracted to trash women because I was attracted to women who were just bad for me. What?
Damn.
What you mean? Nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I'll play this last clip and we'll talk about our thoughts on this last clip that Akai sent to the group chat.
Yes.
So I'll share it with the world.
Gotcha.
Intelligent women need a man that competes with them. I could understand saying someone that meets my expectations but competes. As a black woman in America, I've had to watch my own back. I've had to compete with everyone. I've had to be twice as good at everything to even be recognized. The last thing I want is to compete with someone who's supposed to compliment me. I want to be able to exercise my nature as a woman. I want to be able to be soft. I want to be able to be vulnerable. I want to be able to go to a restaurant and not have to watch the door my damn self. We as women want to be led by a decisive and an assertive man. I want you to be strong and protective so that I can be meek and creative. I want to exercise my femininity because I've never gotten the luxury to do that in this country. That might be that new wave stuff, but a seriously intelligent woman wants a man that compliments her, not competes with her. Facebook.
Boo! Get the fuck out of here!
That's how I feel.
I was waiting for it.
That's
You haven't
how
played
I
that
feel.
button all day.
Hasn't done it at all.
That's how I feel. How do y'all feel about that?
I understand like an intelligent person wants to be with another intelligent person because no one wants a boring conversation and no one wants a boring relationship. But if you're saying like, yo, I want somebody that is so strong and I guess domineering where I don't have to be strong, that doesn't seem to add up with me. You know, like yes, I understand that you want to feel protected. Everyone wants to feel protected in some form or fashion. You know, like I would want somebody that's looking out for me just as how I'm looking out for them. But if you're saying that, oh, now that you're here, I'm going to stop looking out for me because now that's your job. That's basically what she's saying, that now it's your job to look out for me. No, my job is to make sure this relationship like stays on track. And that's also your job. That's what we're working towards, keeping this relationship on track. I'm not your bodyguard. You're not Whitney Houston. All right. I'm not carrying you out for you to sing that wonderful song, but I'm not your bodyguard. Don't put me in that position.
Thank you.
Yeah. What about you, Akai?
Me personally, I feel I definitely 1,000% understand where she's coming from as far as how she feels as not only a black woman but a woman in general. I mean, when you look at the dynamic in nature, it's just that's how it is in some respects, you know. I mean, we seem like we're the protectors in a way, and they feel that they want to be, just docile and calm and just enjoy space. But I don't know. I think it's just as people, we have to like come together and really just have those honest conversations of what we really need or want. Because this is just one person of many, or a few that feel like this.
There's a lot of people in that comment section of that video echoing the same sentiments.
Okay.
That they like, yeah, this is how we feel and all of that. We want,
and that's perfectly fine.
Man, we want to be soft. It's like, bitch, that's not what I signed up for.
But at the end of the day, there's other guys that do feel that's what they want to be within that relationship. They want to be that protector, that bodyguard, and that's okay. I mean, I just feel like the line gets drawn when you're asking so much of a person, yet the reciprocation isn't met at the same height. And I feel like that's where the line isn't being drawn here.
No, yeah.
It seems like that.
That's definitely a part about it. I feel like everybody in every relationship, they should be able to express themselves, whether or not if it is to be soft or vulnerable with their partner from both sides. And you shouldn't try to shame them for having emotions on either side. That you shouldn't be like, oh, if like as a man wants to be soft and, confide in his woman, how he feels about certain situations, you shouldn't try to shame him and be like, oh, you a bitch. Because I see a lot of that recently. Like, women, oh, niggas acting like bitches nowadays. Niggas is doing all this emotional stuff. It's like, listen, he's not entitled to have emotions. And, it goes on the same way with women who can be strong, but at the same time, they do want to be soft. And you have to allow them that space and let them know that it's comfortable for them to, be vulnerable and to let their guard down sometimes. But where I'm going with this lady and that, however, I disagree because sometimes there are women who kind of, to me, I find it annoying where, you present this one personality to the world and that might attract somebody because they're attracted to that, the way you presented yourself to the world. So then once you get with them, now all of a sudden you change and show this, not say show another side, but you become this other side. It's like, yo, that's not what I signed up for. So sometimes people get caught up in that too, where they feel like, oh, my partner doesn't support me emotionally. He's not there to like make sure everything's good with me. I was like, well, that's just not what he signed up for. That's just he thought you were this other person. Because I can say that for myself. I've definitely gotten with girls who've acted one way in public, and that attracted me to them. And then when you get them in private, they've acted.
It's like a whole different switch up.
It's like a switch up. It's like, it was a difference between confiding in a person and being vulnerable versus just like a complete change of personality. Where it's just like, whoa. Why are you acting different?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, I understand that we're in private, so you're entitled to...
You acting totally different.
Yeah, you totally different. What I just don't get sometimes.
Beyond me.
A whole heap of different.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It bothers me sometimes, but I just don't understand that sometimes. Maybe y'all can do that with women and viewers. Please let us know if that's how you are with that, but that's just how I feel about that. Y'all have any...
I just like to say that, hey, at the end of the day, I don't want to get anybody out of the comfort zone. However you feel comfortable interacting with me, that's all I really want.
Yeah.
With any interaction that I have with people,
Don't change who you are, like whether we're in private or in public. Just
be you.
Exactly. Be the person that I met. Don't be the person that I met, and I'll be the person that you met. There's no need to change who we are whatsoever.
Unless we're growing together. I think that's all it really comes down to.
Even if we're growing together, I don't think change is changing who you are as a person, like to accommodate for the relationship, is different than changing who you are because of this relationship. That's two different things. Like now I'm going to be more understanding to your emotions and like your habits and things like that. That's what I'm going to change. Everything else about me is going to stay the same because that's what attracted me to you, and vice versa. You don't have to change that much because that's what attracted me to you. That's it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's definitely how I feel about that sometimes, because change does happen, but you have to be there to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's sometimes in your relationships. But guys, I found the rest of that video. Y'all want to hear it?
I guess it'll close us out.
I have to play the rest of the funniest video in the world.
Oh my god!
I found the rest of it.
With nobody. What you doing right now, yo, this shit fucking hurt me, bro. Cause I never went out with another female, bro. I never went out with another female, and you out there drinking with another nigga. And I know how you get. When you get drunk, just like the last time you went to Philly, bro, you was drunk.
I just wanted to play that, but guys, that's
That poor man.
that's all the time we have for you this week. So I want to shout out to any closing thoughts, you guys.
You're terrible for that video. That's
I
it.
didn't post it. I don't know why niggas start crying and put the phone on. As soon as you bust a tear, you grab your phone before you grab tissue. That's a different type of nigga.
Crying through the phone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At least it wasn't a barbecue pit.
True. Oh wow. Speaking of the barbecue pit person, she asked us to give a quick shout out to
The realest nigga living.
a fallen friend of ours. So quick shout out to Chuka.
Yeah, I think now makes about 5 years
5
since
plus
his
years,
passing.
yeah.
About 5 years since his passing. So I want to say rest in peace to Chuka. We miss you.
Yes.
You know, dear friend, gone too soon. Take
Definitely
it from
too
us,
soon.
and you know, we definitely appreciate you and everything that you taught us and showed us from being around you.
Yes.
Such a young, bright mind. So
Remember the angles.
Yep.
Angles.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Definitely
Chuka.
that. So with that being said, that's the end of the episode. Shout out to Jade. Shout out to Tone. Shout out to City World Radio. Shout out to
Crescent
Skies
Radio.
Crescent Radio.
Hey.
And guys, we will see you niggas next week.
Peace and love.
I never took a drink.